Becoming.
I am.
Becoming.
I am.
Becoming.
I am becoming an advocate for our young people.
I am becoming more aware of the issues and challenges our students face.
I am becoming a leader in initiating change.
No matter what your circumstances, no matter where you've come from, no matter kind of how life has treated you, there's always an opportunity to go a different route. And this is all about kind of putting everything in place for them to go a different route. So in terms of their education, their employment, their relationships, their mental health needs, this is really to put some of those safety net services, some of those relationships in place for them to help guide them through this pretty tumultuous time in life with people that believe in anything is possible.
I am.
Becoming.
I am.
Becoming an advocate for Durham's future.
Better trained on the needs of this population.
A stronger advocate for the youth I work with.
Aware of the opportunities for youth. An engaged community partner.
A leader in promoting system change.
I think the most important aspect is the fact that it is going to address the mental health needs of young people. And when I say address them, I mean with targeted specific outcomes. And that the youth that participate in this program won't be treated collectively but as individuals, to make sure that their plans are specifically designed to meet their individual needs.
You know, it's definitely important that youth not feel isolated in terms of, you know, they're the only ones dealing, you know, with mental health struggles, that, you know, there are others out there with similar mental health struggles, and, you know, there are other people out there with these similar mental health struggles who are going on and, you know, being successful in what they decide, you know, success looks like for them, you know, which I think is an important piece of Becoming, which is, you know, it's very youth-oriented. Youth-oriented planning, and so I think that in and of itself can, you know, help youth not feel so isolated.
A lot of the kids, and I've done juvenile court, and they get into trouble because they feel helpless, they feel hopeless, and instead of gravitating toward a family and towards school and excelling, they get into the throes of a gang, they get into the helplessness that they won't be anything, and they succumb to using drugs, getting into crime to support their habit, and they sink into who they are not. And so this program is to hold a mirror up. Where is your potential? Where are your skills? How do you get off the path that isn't you back into the direction you're meant to go in this life?
These are groups of kids who otherwise would not know where to go, who to turn to. These are kids who come to school, they come to school hungry, they come to school with issues that, you know, no kid should come to school with. These are kids who, you know, are falling by the wayside. They're people, and they're not just, and it's not just a white or black thing, it's everybody.
The 16 to 21-year-old age range, I mean, it's a big age range, and you have this change in legal status that happens right in the middle of it, but it's kind of an arbitrary change in legal status. I mean, you all of a sudden become an adult, and all of a sudden you're supposed to take care of yourself, and you're completely responsible for your own actions, and you don't have a guardian anymore. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you're emotionally ready or that you're developmentally ready for it. You could turn 18 and not have any of those transition skills.
One of the things that we try to make this program is community-based, so that they have practice utilizing those skills on how to interact and be a part of a community. so that then when they go out into the larger community, that they've already been prepared, they've already practiced that those skills that they will need to be a success in when they go back into their own communities.
How can we keep our students coming back to us so that they can succeed, so that they can one day realize their own dreams, so that they can gain the kind of necessary skills that will allow them to support a family, that will allow them to support themselves.
The way we make contact with these people is on the street level. You know, a patrol officer is going to make contact with them. Somebody who is responding to an already existing problem is going to get there, and they're going to, based on whether or not they've been CIT trained or if they've been, you know, schooled in being able to identify mental health issues in some way, they're going to say this guy needs extra help. You know, this consumer needs extra help, and they're going to notify our CIT department, the crisis intervention team. If they then say, you know, that's something Becoming Durham is all, you know, that fits right into the Becoming Durham criteria, the 16 to 21 years old who's dealing with a mental health issue, who's pregnant or parenting, having educational problems, is out of work or underemployed, or is continuing going in and out of the law, you know, legal issues, then we can make a follow-up with that person and get on scene and deal with the problem before it continues to be a recurring issue.
We see young people come into court and they may be put on probation. They're called defendants. They become convicted. We want to take away those labels. We want to say we want to build you up from here. We're going to give you support and services. You're not a defendant. You're not a criminal. You're a person who made a mistake, who has mental health issues you can get over. If you have the support and the teams coming together, you can reach who you're supposed to be.
It's about being family-centered, again, putting the youth in the middle in this situation, and then surrounding them with all the resources that are available to them to help them get to the next step.
When you open up a whole new world of networking, that opens up a whole new set of resources. And then we're able to sit in the middle as a family and connect here, connect there. We can connect you over here. If this is your challenge, we can connect you out here.
There are kids out there who are not tapped into any type of system. And this is an opportunity for all of us to come together, regardless of our race, regardless of our creed, regardless of our backgrounds. This is an opportunity for Durham to come together and say, hey, we're going to take care of these kids. We're going to make sure that they grow up in an environment where they're tapping into the resources, where they can become productive citizens at the end when they graduate, or even when they become adults.